from the Wall Street Journal, we have how many planes, do we have any information on how many planes could be flying into Afghanistan for P2s and people with SIV status if the airfields were secured? If anyone would like to talk on that, and is the carrying capacity for each of those planes, if anyone has specifics, or if we're able to talk about that.
I do not. For that question from the Wall Street Journal, I don't know if folks were able to hear Meg repeating the question, but the question was about the number of planes and the carrying capacity of those planes. I do not have that information, that level of operational detail. I've not been provided that, but I don't know if anybody has more information than I do.
I can speak to that quickly, Representative. There are a range of planes and sizes. It depends largely, first and foremost, on what is permitted in terms of landing. So the first issue is the security of the airport itself and what the protocols are going to be for chartered or commercial planes coming in. That's why it's so important that the U.S. government make sure to secure the capacity for both commercial and charter landings. I think there are planes ranging from 75 to 250, but a lot of that depends on which ones are available and willing to come in. So there's a significant amount, and I can tell you from the philanthropic efforts that have happened, it's just not at the scale of what governments can provide, and the demand is astronomical. So I think, as many have said, the most important thing right now is to make sure that not only the airport is secured and that these types of flights are allowed, but that also the U.S. government commit to protecting that even beyond AMSIT's departures to the point that all of those who can.
Yeah, thank you, Tom.
Jason? Hey, Jason, Mike Waltz.
Yeah, Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to answer the latter part of that on the P2 and P1. One of the things that I am calling on state and the administration to do is on the one hand, we are grateful for rolling out that program in the last few weeks. On the other hand, the requirement to go to a third country and engage the UNHCR there, I believe, is onerous and unrealistic. And pressing them to waive that requirement. There are NGOs still in Kabul that could help process, and the UN could even help process there at Kabul airport. So again, I think there's a number of things that state could do to streamline this process. We made some progress with the Allies Act, and that was tremendous. But there's a number of other things. Time is of the essence, and the P1, P2 requirement to get to Iran, Pakistan, or any of the other stands is one thing that I think would make a big difference.
Just to Mike's point, I totally agree with that. I do think we've made a little bit of progress in the sense that the administration has said in principle they're willing to take people in those categories to third countries to be processed later on. And Secretary Albright mentioned Albania, Kosovo, North Macedonia having offered to take in people in those categories, to be precise. So there is a place to take those people now. I think there's an argument for opening up a U.S. territory as well if we don't have enough offers from third countries. But yeah, the time to be processing paperwork in Afghanistan is past. We have and the State Department has a list of those people.